Hello. Hey, happy Wednesday.
It's
February 1st.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Isn't
There's
that
a
every
lot of
day?
things.
No.
I know. Let's
Kinda.
hope not.
Okay, now who have you guys both seen the movie?
Yes.
Groundhog's.
Groundhog
Oh,
Day? Oh,
yes, yes.
Over and over and over
Yeah.
again. If you haven't seen that movie,
Yes.
today or tomorrow is the day to watch it. Bill
Sometimes-
Murray. It's pretty
It's
funny.
really
Sometimes life feels like that, though.
Oh, it
Yes,
does.
it does.
We did what when? Oh yeah, just yesterday. Got that. Yeah, it's a good movie.
First day of the 14 days of Valentine's.
Oh yeah, Valentine's Day. So Leslie's got this tradition here that we get, and Gabby gets to experience firsthand, that we get a heart put on our door with something that she sees in us, like a good quality, or some, well, actually, yeah, good quality.
Yeah, I'm
And
not gonna tell you something bad about yourself.
That would be kind of funny though. You suck. Happy Valentine's
It's
Day.
like the one you were talking about this morning because you wanted to keep them up, and she's like, "No, just keep them up." And then she told me to check them off, and I'm like, "No." And I said, "No, that's not the game." She goes, "Well, I'm older." I'm like, "Do you want me to put that on your door?" I'm older. That's your
I'm
heart
older.
for the
You have to
day.
listen to me. So I just didn't want her to have to do extra work, but now we get to do them for Mike too.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So if you come in, look at the bulletin board behind him, the one with his sign on it, and you'll see the hearts that we put up. But we get one a day, so that's very cool.
I do it for my kids, and I do it for my husband.
And she does it for her work kids.
Yep.
That'd be us. So
if you want to do that for your special someone or your kiddos, it's just a fun way to celebrate Valentine's Day.
put it on their bedroom door.
Yeah, it's a great idea. But February overall is the month of love.
Love.
So, and love, it's not just romantic love.
No. Love for your pets, love for your kids.
Some people don't like it because they think they have to have a partner. And
oh, I know. Well, and my daughter went through that a lot. So I was so glad when they started Galentine's Day.
Say there's always
Galentine's Day. Because it seems like every time Valentine's would come, the boys would disappear in school. It's like, oh, they didn't want to have to give you a present, or so they would vanish, and all the girls are like, ooh, except for those that were in committed relationships to those boys that
knew they needed to have something.
Yes, that's exactly right. So I like that. Galentine's and Pal. Oh, and I love the truck you showed me.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, is that at the dollar store, do you think?
It might be. If anybody knows, put it in the comment section. So I was at the eye doctor yesterday with Steve, and the little red truck that they have at Christmas time that has the tree in the back.
Yes.
They had one, but with the Valentine's things in the back of the truck. So it had
my first thought would be Hobby Lobby.
It might be.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, because I could send that, because my daughter likes the trucks with the trees in the back, and
those are cool.
How many do not, though? I like that.
Yeah,
I thought that was a cute idea.
Yeah,
send to her.
But I would think Hobby Lobby with
that might
check that. I haven't been in there in a long time.
Me neither.
I just went this past weekend, and I told Gabby, I said I thought about her the whole time I was in there because there's cows everywhere in there.
Gabby likes cows, and I love what she's putting up and doing her office with, because it's just so cool. And it's not your typical, cow.
Yeah.
But tell them why you like cows.
I was born and raised on a dairy farm.
Yeah, that is
so it's kind of dear to my heart. Of course, we did the Holsteins, which are black and white, but I'm very open to all of it. I'm the one that we're driving down the road. Do you see that cow? Do you see that cow? Yeah, that's me. I don't care if it's beef or whatever it is.
A cow.
It's a cow. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a story about that. So we did a mystery trip a few years ago. Now, Nikki lives in Boise. My daughter lives in Boise. And on the way there, after you get over the Blues, you hit this valley, and there's tons and tons of black cows. You know the valley. So I call it Cow Valley, Black Cow Valley. And so every time I call Nikki, I say, oh, we're going through Black Cow Valley, and she knows right where we're at. So we did the mystery trip there, and we're on our way. And I said, look, we're going through Black Cow Valley. There's cows everywhere. And so as we get closer, we realize they're not cows, they're bales of hay. everywhere. So all the hay was laid out and there were no cows, and everybody was teasing me, and I was like, oh, okay. So that was the joke. Black Cow Valley. So on our way back, all of the hay bales are stacked up and in their covers. And I said, oh, the cows are in their shed. And so that went over. So now it's Black Cow Hay Valley. So anyway.
That's funny.
So from a distance, hay bales look like cows to me.
They can, especially the woolly ones.
The woolly ones.
But I have a funny too, and I shared this with you the other day. And so when my husband and I got together, he has one daughter and I have 4. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. And so I told him, I said, hey, I got a lot more baggage than you. And it was really cute. He says, well, the calves come with the cow.
I think that's so cute. But you said some people took offense to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had somebody take offense to that. And, and my mom, of course, we're raised on a dairy. And so when I told my mom, she's like, oh,
that's so cute.
But when I told somebody else, like, he called you a cow, and I'm like, well, in my world, that's like
a compliment.
That's endearing.
Yeah. I think
So,
that's cute.
I guess it's all how you look at it, but
I think that's cute.
It is
The
cute.
calves come with the cow.
Another thing I researched, this is not cow related, but this month, I know. Moving on from the cow.
Moving on.
It is also National Senior Independence Month.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So I looked up some great tips. A lot of our seniors here are already implementing that. So yay.
Yes, we have great independence seniors.
Yeah, we do. But one of the things they say is, get involved, obviously, with your local senior center.
That's us.
That's us.
Come see what we have going on.
Yeah.
Because research shows that compared with their peers, senior center participants actually have a higher level of health, social interaction, and life satisfaction.
Yes.
And you just live longer.
You do.
And then another tip is to volunteer. It supports a good cause, and it's also a fabulous way to maintain your social teamwork. I know as I'm getting older, that network is getting smaller of friendships.
Oh, yes.
And I think that's just kind of how it works out. I mean, when you have kids, you have all these people, and then your circle gets smaller, and there's a good thing to that.
Yeah.
But as we really age, I think it gets really, really small to the point, we have friends that go closer to family. They go into the retirement
live into
homes.
the family. The friends pass away. I mean, as you go, it just kind of shrinks and shrinks and shrinks.
Yeah, and volunteerism is just one of those ways of getting that connection,
Getting that social.
Yeah, because when I was
group.
young, my connection, we've talked about this because you're in that perfect stage. My connection was school, other moms and dads for my children.
Yes.
So that was how I stayed connected, and I developed friendships off of that. And so, yeah, that was another thing. So of course everybody always needs volunteers, but how it plays a role.
Yeah.
Of not just
That's
for
a
the
good
cause,
point.
but also for that interaction, and phone a friend, or, develop that person that, even if it's just one, that's all we need is really one.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants the drama of everything else, right?
Well, that's true.
It's like just one good friend.
Well, on that point though, too, if you do want to volunteer for the Harman Center, there are applications up at the front desk. You can always come get. And I have recently made a tab on our website. So you just got to go to yakimaparks.com, go where the Harman Center is, and click on volunteering. Our app's out there. What we need help with is out there. So yeah, just
it's on our website.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
So
that's
when I
very
get a
good.
call, I can
Yeah.
refer that. Yeah, because it is a good thing, Another tip was utilize community transportation services when needed.
Mm-hmm.
Use your city transit, use your dial-a-ride.
Mm-hmm.
Get on there, just even if it's just for an hour or whatever, that pushes you kind of out of that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna stay home.
we were talking about the fact that the bus passes have not gone up.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So grab a bus pass.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
A reduced fare pass, which most seniors are approved for a reduced fare pass. They're only $9 a month. That's really
and
cheap.
going anywhere that the buses go,
Exactly.
and that includes your
Exactly.
transfers.
Yeah.
And I think transit stops here every hour,
Yeah.
don't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They go
So they
through.
come right here.
I mean, it's a way of keeping your independence.
Mhm.
You're
and
not.
each of the facilities, like well, it's not living care anymore, it's Terraces at the Summit View or something like
Mhm.
that. But anyway, each of those facilities, Orchard Park and everyone,
Yeah.
has their own shuttle also, and I think that they're utilized to take you shopping or to the
Right.
senior center, or so check into it.
Yeah.
And if
yeah,
you have questions or you're afraid to ask, give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
check into it for you.
Exactly. So I thought that was really important because I think we forget that piece of it. You know,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to ask my daughter, or she's working, or, or so and so, he went to a doctor's appointment. So we forget to connect to the public transit and so forth. So that was one good tip. The other one obviously is staying active. I mean, I think we all know that. It's a significant factor in maintaining your independence, and at the same time is helping improve your physical and cognitive function. I've had people at the front say, well, I can't do the exercises laying down. Our exercises here is as much as you can
It's
do.
catered.
Yeah, you don't have to
Use a chair.
use a chair.
Nobody looks different at you.
But don't be intimidated to take the class because you feel you don't have that,
Stamina
flexibility or
Mhm.
stamina to do it. So,
Yeah.
and then obviously engage your brain with stimulating games like Sudoku and crosswords. So on those cold days when you don't get out, I know that's something my dad loves, is Sudoku.
Oh, I love crosswords.
My dad
Yeah, I love
too.
crosswords.
I love it. Or find a word.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
those really.
And those are really good. I mean, they're
Yeah.
old standbys. I mean, I think Sudoku is a little newer version, but maybe not. But anyways, crosswords and
Yes.
they're great. I mean, we started.
I do Wordle every morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
really
a good one.
Yeah, the
It
New York
expands
one.
your
and- yeah.
vocabulary too, because man, I just find my grandkids are speaking a whole different vocabulary that I ever
Yes.
know about. So, the way our dictionary changes,
Changes.
yeah, throughout the years. So, equip your home for safety. This one I thought was really important because I think we get caught up in our home always is our home. But as we get older, it's really important for us to kind of reassess, those non-slip rugs, shower bars, even if you don't need one right now. I mean, just why not have one?
When we redid our bathroom, we put in the bar
Yeah.
into the shower. It was like, and it's so funny because I don't know how many times I've used that thing.
Exactly.
To-
I mean, I know if I go to a hotel, we
reach
happen
or-
to get,
yeah.
I use it.
Oh,
So if
absolutely.
it's there, you'll use it. If it's, and if you don't need it, you don't use it.
Exactly. Hang a towel on it. It's,
Yeah. So grab bars, that kind of stuff, but also lighting. I know
Oh, yeah.
I'm like going brighter and brighter on everything, motion sensor lights within the house. So that, you don't have to worry because fixed income, you don't want to be paying electrical bills or turning on and off lights. But when they're, especially I've seen bathrooms motion censored.
However, I've got a point on that, a baby story.
Mhm.
Though they are suggesting not to get the motion sensor lights in the bathroom because if you're sitting in there, they will shut
Oh,
off.
Yes, they
And
will.
we had a horrible accident with a gal, excuse me, that went on a trip. And the facility that we were at, we were getting ready to get on a boat. So she went in to use the restroom and the light shut off.
Oh, wow.
And so she's yelling for somebody. Nobody could hear her. And so she bent down to pick up her purse and cut her. I mean, it laid her open on the little lock on the door. And they were liable for that because, and so it's been said, do not put those
Okay, no
in.
bathrooms.
No bathrooms.
But hallways would
Yes.
be good. I think maybe a walk-in closet or a pantry would be
Yes.
good. Something that you still have light from another source coming through.
Right.
But I thought that was good. And then your emergency contact numbers. I'm just as bad. I got it
Oh,
in a
yes.
drawer to have them out.
Put
And
it
it's
on your phone. There's a setting in here you can put your emergency contact. So if you're out, they can flip it up, whether they can unlock it or not, and get
Yeah.
that emergency
Yeah.
contact.
And that's a good thing if you have, but I'm still old school. I still have I have an address book with everybody's
Yeah.
address in or whatever, but have it in both because this we're always traveling with. So it's always good to have it, but also have it at home because even if it's not you that needs it, let's say the neighbor walks by and realizes you fell. They
Yes.
can be right there by the phone and all those contact informations are there and they can start dialing.
Yeah. And that's something
So-
too. I've made a form that I have all of my travelers fill out. so that they have it with them. But if you would like to have one, come by and we can give you one that you can keep at home. And it's got a list your medication. It also lists if you want to be resuscitated. It has anything that might be health and, allergies, but it has all of that on the form. And if you don't want to make your own form up, it's all done for you. So just come by or call and I can mail one to you and just say, hey, can I get a copy of the medical form? And then keep it with you. Keep one in your car, keep one in your purse, keep one at your home on your refrigerator. It's good to have.
It really is good to have. And I don't think that, it's good to have if you have children. At every age, I keep in my wallet, I always keep my medical, my prescriptions and whatever, because, when you go into an emergency situation, they don't know what you're taking.
Right.
And even if they do, like I have certain brand that I use that makes a significant difference. Well, they're going to give you whatever they have on hand. And so, there's many reasons to have it, but I think it's just important to, because nobody ever knows the time or day we need any of this stuff.
That's exactly right.
So that doesn't
and
matter.
You can ask your doctor if you don't want to type up you can attach a list if you type it up, or you go to your doctor and say, could you print me out a list of my medications and the milligrams and the times, and they'll do that for you.
Just
easy,
simple, whatever's easiest for you. But that was another, and then the other one was decluttering your home. And I find as I'm getting I accumulate things, but how important it is to kind of go through and get that couch, because it could be a tripping hazard. And, when we start kind of moving a little slower, or that, all that stuff's kind of in the way, and that frustration, I can't get to it in time. I mean, I see my mother, she has to answer, I've told you that, she has to answer the phone. I mean,
no matter what.
Yeah, I think she's on the traditional 3 rings, and, and I've seen her just about trip
trying to get to
it.
It's okay, don't get the phone.
It's okay, you don't have to answer the phone. But decluttering your house, making sure those pathways inside and out, is clear. And that's something that I just forget to do. I forget to kind of sit there and look and say, hey,
is that necessary?
It looks cute there, because my husband jokes with me all the time, because I'm all about cute and decorating, and he's about functional. So anytime I have to redo something, I have to get out of that would look cute there and go into that, will that work?
Right.
Functionality. And so I've had to do a few things where I'm like, okay, it would look good this way, but he has to have it function this way. So
I used to collect baskets. I mean, from everywhere, odd looking baskets, different baskets, and I would have them all over our house. And Al said, why are they there? And I said, well, because they look cute. They look good. But then I got to thinking about it. It was like, okay, I have to move these every time I clean. I trip over them. The dogs drag them out. So little by little, I got rid of them. And now I don't think I have one basket in the house anymore.
What a progression of a lifetime.
I know it really
you start
is.
To progress into things, different things. And so, decluttering, that's.
And another really good tip for those of us who run into things, and that's not just as you get older, that could be younger too. But I used to, and still did it down for Christmas at my son and daughter-in-law's house. I hit my feet on the coffee tables, and I stubbed 3 times. I hit that because I have one leg that kind of goes wonky. If anybody's walked with me, they know. So my stepdad, bless his heart and rest in peace, he got the noodle, those noodles, and he cut about this much and a slice in it and wrapped it around the feet of the coffee tables, especially when I was there. And it's amazing because you hit it and it doesn't hurt you or break a toe like you could, but it's especially with kids too.
And you can get a lot of that. And I think that's coming off. I've seen that tip on the kid, on more of the toddler and what,
especially like the corners of the table.
Fireplaces, kind of the same thing. So, we kind of get stuck on age groups, but there's a lot of things that would be really beneficial for falls and hazards that we do for our toddlers.
And for those of you who think, I just couldn't have that, that would just look tacky. Think about how blood on your hearth would look.
Yeah.
you know.
It's about
So
functionality
if
as we
you've
get
got
older, yeah.
Broken toe.
or a broken toe, that's right.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's about safety and
Yeah.
But going back, because you said to do non-slip rugs, and if you have walkers, those even non-slip rugs are going to flip up at some point.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Get the non-slip socks that you can wear because they have little
Oh,
grippies on the
yeah.
bottom.
Yep.
Like
Those
the
are-
hospitals get
Yeah,
out.
yep.
Yes.
Not only are they warm, they may be ugly as sin, but you're at home, so who cares?
Yeah.
And the
So-
bottoms.
And they're on the bottom.
They're
Yeah.
on the bottom.
They're
You
sockies.
don't see them.
Same thing with
Yeah.
slippers. My mom
Mhm.
had slippery
Mhm.
slippers
Yeah.
on rugs,
Mhm.
and she flipped and hit her head on the hearth of my sister-in-law's house and really did some damage
Mhm.
because of the slippers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My sister-in-law finally took them away and threw them out.
Yeah.
You need to have that
Grip under
grip
there.
on your shoes,
Yeah, flip those
slippers.
soles and
Yeah,
check out
they
what
may look cute having those little Cinderella slippers or whatever, but they're
Make
not.
sure they got grippies.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Back down, functionality.
that's exactly right.
And then another tip when it comes to putting stuff on your fridge, if you're putting emergency contacts, if you have pets, put the name of the pet and where they normally are. Like my mom does that.
I do that.
She's got the her kitty's name on the fridge and where you're gonna find him, which is underneath
Yes.
the bed. But
Mine has the description, their name, where they eat, and where you
Well,
can
it's
find them.
really important because we love our animals, but in an emergency, the community as a whole, I think, doesn't think about the animals.
Right.
So somebody gets taken to the medical facility or whatever, and the animal stays there. And I mean, there's years ago I worked in
Yes.
the healthcare industry where you would go to the home and the person had just got back from the hospital after a week and their pet had been there all week. Nobody
We talked about that.
yeah, nobody knew that.
Yeah.
And so, and poor thing, here she comes back from the hospital, and now she's having to clean up after a pet who had soiled, and the house kind
And
of
had taken to the vet because they hadn't eaten in a week.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's really important also to, even if there's a contact for the pet, even if there is a son or a daughter, somebody to be responsible to take
Yeah.
take the pet when something happens. So that's really important.
And the fire
That's good.
department has, and I think you can get them somewhere else where you can put them on your windows. Pets live here and how many, so that if you have a fire
Yeah.
department shows up and they see, oh, there's a pet in this house, and you're supposed to put it on the window that your pet is normally in, I
Oh,
guess.
Okay.
Now mine kind of run the house, but
Yeah, Carl doesn't have a
my
room.
mind would
I
say you want to put it in the window where emergency personnel are most easily to
yeah,
come through.
but they do know to look for those.
yeah,
Yeah, and then also carriers, like my bird room, I have carriers in there so that if there's an emergency, you've got someplace to shove the parrot into and take out.
yeah.
And
That'll
then-
be his favorite activity all day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He won't let you live it down. Yeah. Yeah, because you can't get his cage out of the house. Larry, you can, but Tamales is huge. But there's just those things you have to think about, and you just get complacent because we all have that.
I'll
it's
get to
never
it
gonna-
tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
or
a good
it's
idea.
never
I'll do
gonna
that
happen
later.
to me,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then it happens to you.
Yes, it does happen. And
So
and
those
it
are really
doesn't-
good.
And it doesn't matter what age. I mean, I can slip and
No.
fall, and
Right.
my son can slip and fall and be how many 20, 30, 40-year-olds are single and living at home by themselves.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
all of this applies. These are good tips in general. I
Right.
don't
Yes.
think they necessarily have to be a certain age group. I mean, we should actually, years ago, I worked at a funeral home, and my mom had a really hard time grasping that concept, but it really shifted my mind into thinking about it's inevitable. We're
Yeah.
going to go there, and those are things we have to plan for. Well, my brother at that time had just joined the military. This was quite a few years ago. And part of his orders before he went over to Afghanistan was filling out his will and whatever. And his wife had to have everything laid out in the closet, her clothes. And my mom thought that was the most morbid thing. And I said, Mom, we should all be prepared as if we were ready to die. I said, because in those moments, trying to find a
Oh,
dress
yeah.
to wear, trying to coordinate the service, those are things that they already knew, and that way you just kind of go, it's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we just think that it's somebody else, or my time, I'm too young for this. And there's certain things that we're not getting out of here without crossing
No.
crossing that. I mean, we're going to go through these experiences.
We're going to cross
Sooner
like
or
it,
later.
life to life.
Yeah,
to me,
exactly.
but-
So to be in denial that, oh, that'll be later or somebody else, I mean, it happens to all of
Yeah,
us.
it really does.
And it's really good to be prepared.
And if you have a hard time doing it for yourself, think about your loved ones.
Yes.
I mean, because if they do, in the moment have to do these plans and things, and then later on they find out, oh, mom really wanted to do this. Oh, and I didn't
the
do it. And,
guilt. I
oh,
experienced a lot of
yes.
families with that guilt.
Yeah. Oh, if I'd only known. If Al's mom had everything laid out. The funeral, the invite, everything.
That's the best gift. Through my experience of working through a funeral home, that was the best gift a parent gave a child. Not monetary, not the house,
right?
Not any of that stuff. Their arrangements and what they wanted
was all done.
Because on the flip side, the other part that I would deal with was the guilt. Well, mom deserves this. Well, no, we can't afford it. Well, do you think she'd want this? Would you think she'd want? Maybe she want. And the confusion in a moment of despair that they're in is kind of so. And I know my parents refuse to talk openly about that stage of their life. And so we have kind of assumed things over the years of how they live their life and things, that, but to say that I really know what they want, no, I don't know what they want. And, and we have siblings, I have siblings. And so at that time, we're all going to have to, and we all have our perception.
Oh, yeah, right.
So,
yeah, my mom actually, after my stepdad passed away, paid for her, because she wants to be cremated. I do not. My mom does, so it's all taken care of. So everything, I've got all the paperwork and everything in case that happens. Mom will probably outlive me, but just in case Nikki has to deal with it, but it's all taken care of, and I appreciate that. So
yeah, and it doesn't have to. I think people think, oh, I have to go buy my plot, or I have to go buy this, or I can't afford that, and just put it in writing.
Yeah, that's what I have life insurance for.
Just lay it out so that somebody knows what you want. Yeah. And
a lot of times it has to do with belief. Like, I don't care about clothes or anything like that. I just don't want to be cremated. So, and I know some people do that because it's cheaper.
You're right.
So that's why I have life insurance. It's going to pay for it.
I just want to be a tree.
Yep.
A tree.
Yeah. And here we're talking about end of life, but before that we have experiences too. And what if you end up in the hospital? What if you, those are all things that it doesn't hurt to have a plan.
Yes, exactly.
To have a plan.
And your coffee smells good.
I made a special thing. Like, I did coffee, and then I put a little scoop of the hot cocoa, and then I put a little French vanilla in it.
So I made myself a little special and didn't offer.
No, I didn't.
I just kept I'd like kind of lean over that way.
Where's the love
Where's
for
the
this
love?
month?
Yeah, really.
I put a heart on your door.
You got a heart.
That's
really great. So happy senior independent, and travel. Travel is a great way to gain your independence while within a group.
Yep.
And I love that. So leading into that, so we have Les le bons temps relais.
Oui, chérie.
There we go.
That was our line. I forgot.
So that means let the good times roll. And we had our meeting for our New Orleans trip, which leaves on Valentine's Day.
Nice. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
the dots.
we did. So I got everybody a little Louisiana French cheat sheet for your Cajun French. Now, how would you say, did you guys take French at all?
No, I took Latin.
Okay, so but in French, most people know how to say goodbye, right?
Au revoir.
Au revoir. However, in Cajun French, you don't say the V. Au revoir.
Oh.
Au revoir. Did not know that. Bye-bye, you say bye-bye.
Go figure.
I can remember that one. Et plus tard means later.
Really?
Yeah. Demain, see you tomorrow. I'll say that a lot. Then there's some longer ones. On va se revoir le tard. I don't know what that is. It's been many years, Mrs. Krieger, Mademoiselle Krieger. She was my teacher back then. But anyway, so I gave them this to have tips, but we went through that. So they had a little lesson yesterday. So
Nice.
February 14th, 38 of us are taking off to New Orleans.
How
Now,
exciting.
yeah, they're all excited, and the meeting went very well.
Everybody got their beads and their masks.
They did. They
and-
got their beads. Linda Miller had a friend who had a whole bunch of them from down there. So she donated them to us. So Linda brought them in, and everybody got to pick their beads to wear on the airplane.
Nice.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have little tags with that saying on it, "Let the good times roll." And did I say what that meant? Let the good times
You
roll.
did.
Yeah.
Okay. On there so that they're not wearing their tags on the plane, because I don't like their names going around the planes. And then this just dropped. New Year's Eve in San
That
Francisco.
sounds fun.
It's going to be so much fun. We did it a few years ago, and Edmund's going to be here on February 10th to talk about that.
Do you get to see a Seahawks game this time?
I don't know. We're going to have to see what the schedule is, but that's what we did last time.
Mhm.
Went to a Seahawks game. But just going down to the waterfront
Mhm.
is really nice, and the weather's nice,
Mhm.
you know. So so stop by, get a flyer. These are out now, and it's running, let's see, $29.99, not dollars, but $2,999 per person, which is that includes your airfare, some meals, and the New Year's Eve party. If you're going as a single, it's about $400 more. So, but we'll be doing a Golden Gate
5
Park,
nights. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a beautiful park.
the Fisherman's Wharf and
Mhm.
Pier 39, San Francisco City Tour, Ghirardelli Square, Monterey, Carmel. So
Oh,
we're
you
not
guys
just
are
staying in
going?
San
Oh,
Francisco, yeah.
nice.
Then we're doing the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We're doing the Napa and Sonoma Valley
Wow.
wine tasting.
That's a really nice trip.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
good trip for that price.
So it's open and you're taking.
Any age. Well, you can't drink wine if you're under 21.
You have to be
Sorry.
21 and over.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's New Year's. You probably want to be 21 and
Yeah,
over.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, so make sure you get a hold of me for that one. And we've got all the other trips are almost full. We've got let's see.
I got a call.
Your list
that-
is right there on top of my desk.
Are you
Oh, yeah.
working on 2024s already?
I am.
Is there anything Nashville, Memphis in the works?
We might, let's see, when did we do that one? We usually like to do Memphis, Nashville, well, St. Louis, Memphis, Nashville. We did that. Yeah, we did do it last year. So it might be in 2024. Might be
Yeah,
time to
somebody
do
was
it again.
inquiring. They called in to
Yeah,
they were inquiring
Because
about
it's such a great trip. We stay at the Grand Ole Opry Resort, and I thought about even Christmas time.
Oh, it's pretty
Oh
up
my
there at that
gosh,
time.
it's beautiful. Memphis, everything is just, all of Memphis is in the news for bad things right now, but I've had nothing but great times there in Nashville. But for the Pacific Northwest trips, the only thing I have open now is the Pendleton Live, and I have 16 tickets left. That's it out of 40. Family Day at the Mercantile, that's October 21st, and I've got 14 seats open for that. And then the Christmas Holiday Gala, there's only 6 spots left.
Oh,
it.
wow.
Wow.
I know, you
Wow.
would think Christmas would be but people went that one year and they know. And there will be a new trip out on the April newsletter. I've got everything
Oh,
ready. I already sent it to you to put in
exciting.
the newsletter.
She
so
told me and I already forgot what it was.
Exciting.
See, this is why, like, you guys asked about mystery chips. She may say something. My memory does not hold
No,
that.
mine.
yeah. So
Get your
anyway,
newsletter. It'll
yeah,
be in
get
there.
your newsletter. It will be there.
Email $10 a year, mailing $15 a year. You do not get both with the mailing. Just
Either
mailed
or.
to you 15 or emailed 10. If you want both, it's 25.
Which is still for a whole year
It's
of
not much.
weekly updates, and to have it handheld.
Mhm.
$25 a year. I mean, you can't buy anything else for $25 a year.
No.
It's just not possible.
No.
So
Yeah.
I'd say do the both. Do the both.
Just a few announcements. I'll get my number out. I always end up using that at some point. We have our toiletry drive that is still going on right now that apparently got announced on the radio. So Ken told me that today, but I don't know who announced it on the radio. So whoever that was, if you know, thank you. So yeah,
Yes.
Women's Shelter Toiletry Drive for the YWCA. The list is online as well as it's on our Facebook. And we have flyers up front. So if you want to donate, we are collecting items till March 31st, and it can be anything new, unused items. So, please
Great way to spread the love.
yes.
Yes.
The first taco feed for Seniors Inc. went really well.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
we-
did.
really well.
People, so that was
Yeah,
great.
Really
Oh,
well.
and it was so good.
It was
Mm.
good. And then they have their next one at the end of February on the 22nd, but they have the tickets ready to go for the spaghetti feed. So if you want to come get your spaghetti feed tickets, they're $8 a piece. Come to the Senior Inc. office or the coffee bar and you can pick one up.
And what day is that?
22nd of March.
Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back.
First book club went great. Next one's going to
Oh,
be
good.
the 27th. We're reading Surviving Savannah by Patty Callahan if you're interested in joining. And then we had a great turnout as well for the first dinner club of the year. So the next one is February 16th. We're going to the Minato Buffet on Front Street. And so if you want to go to dinner club, it's at 11:30, February 16th. That's a Thursday. Give us a call. We'll put you down on the list. We just need a name and a phone number.
When do they go back to dinner?
That will be
Dinner
April.
time. April? Okay.
Once time change happens in
Okay.
March, they go back to dinner.
I like this place.
They
I
do have
haven't
good
tried it
sushi.
yet.
Yeah, they've
They
got
got
just
good
good
sushi.
food.
Mhm.
It's where the old Black Angus used to be, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good. Mm.
And then, so everybody is aware, this is the first weekend in February. Our hours go back to normal. So we are open from 9 to 3:30 again
On Saturday.
on Saturdays. That was a very big thing for a lot of people. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that 2.5 hours meant so much.
But it does when it's your
Apparently it
social
does.
schedule, as we have learned.
Yes.
Oh, I hear a Bill.
And then our first essential oils class for this month will be February 13th. Ronald will be doing Nature's Medicine Cabinet at 10:30. And then at 11, she'll be talking about the Deep Blue Essential Oil Blend. So just a few things coming up. And I try to keep it posted online of all of our events that are out there. So if you go to our Facebook page or you go to our website, it has all that information of when, where, and what's happening. So check it out. And then if we have something new, I always try to post it online. Like I just posted yesterday, our blood drive that's coming up on, which I can't even find the flyer for, our blood drive coming up on St. Patty's Day. So share your luck. You're going to share a pint of blood on St. Patty's Day. Give blood, save lives. You can sign up for that either under the Blood Donors app on your iPhone or smartphone, or you can give me a call at 575-6166 and I will get you on the list. It's from 10 to 3 on March 17th. And then lastly, Trex did great. We have reached our 500 goal. We are up to 597. We are continuing to collect plastics. So keep on bringing them in. We're just saving that landfill even more.
And we'll let you know when the new bench is here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which probably won't be till, I'm guessing, May or June.
Oh, probably. Well, that'll be the time when we want to go sit out on a new bench.
Very true.
So we were looking at, we're all going to try
Oh,
this
I
this
know.
weekend, right?
I'm really interested to try
Okay,
that.
so this is called bacon pickle boat. Okay, this is why I came up with this.
Mhm.
I wasn't feeling quite well. And I thought, I wonder if there's a combination, because Al had put jicama, sliced jicama, dill pickles, and cheese all together as my kind of snack thing, which is one of my favorites. And I thought, I wonder if there's like I wonder if that's what made me feel sick. So I Googled it and I came up, and all of a sudden this recipe came up, and it's bacon pickle boats stuffed with cream cheese. OMG, it looks wonderful.
Anything wrapped in bacon.
Right?
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
And you do the 6 whole pickles, just scoop out the seeds, so you cut them in half, and then you kind of scoop out
Like
the
a
seed
zucchini
part.
boat.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like a zucchini boat. You can mix the cream cheese with some cheddar cheese, and then some dried dill, parsley, garlic powder, onion powder. Take your 12 small slices of bacon, and this is 6 whole pickles, so you got 12 boats. And then you put the cream cheese where the seeds were, and then you wrap the bacon. You don't cook the bacon yet. Wrap it around, and then stick it on, I think it's a baking sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, preheat the oven to 350, spray. Oh, that's right. I've got the wrong direction. I got the wrong thing.
I'm gonna try mine in the air fryer. So you'll let me know
That's
how
a good
yours-
idea.
Yeah,
You
let-
can
yeah,
line
let me
them
know how
up in
yours-
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a new one for Christmas. My son.
Is yours
He-
round or is it square?
It's a square. That's
See, I bought Mom that for Christmas, and
Mhm.
I'm wishing I had one of
We'll
those.
just go over
Yeah.
to her house and say, we're making pickles.
I know. When you said that, I'm like, oh, that would be.
Well, we don't.
perfect
Yeah, we
air
don't have anything on over at her house, so I couldn't take it. No, I'll try because mine's big, but I'd have to line them. I could probably get six to a. But if you do it in the oven, it's you have to watch because the bacon,
Yeah,
has to get crisp. But I think the air fryer might work
Yeah.
better because
And
it'll
if you
crisp
do in
from
the oven, if
bottom.
you have a cookie rack,
Mhm.
Yeah.
cooling rack, if you put that on your bake pan and do your
Oh, here
top,
it is.
that way it drains down.
Yeah, there
So
you
that
go.
helps.
So with pan of pickles in the oven, okay, 350, line a baking sheet with parchment paper, which
Mhm.
I have become a great user of
Oh, I love
parchment
parchment
paper.
Love it.
paper.
Oh my word, I love that stuff. Even with my cakes, because
Mhm.
it'll come right out of the pan and you just peel that parchment paper off.
Mhm.
So you mix everything up and then transfer baking sheet to the oven to bake until bacon is just crispy, about 25 to 30 minutes. Flipping each over after 15 minutes to ensure bacon crisps up. So I don't know. It seems to me that if you had to flip it over, your cream cheese stuff might fall out.
Yeah.
Or maybe the bacon holds it in.
And is it flipping is probably because of a browning effect more than anything?
Right, I think so. That's to make sure the bacon crisps up on
Mhm.
all sides. So it does say to wrap your bacon around all of the cream cheese. So the cream cheese
Yeah,
is
so you can-
inside. So anyway, we're going to give
Yep,
that
we're
a
gonna
try.
try it.
And then another thing to do with dill pickles and cheese, and it really is a good thing, get a muffin tin, spray it with your spray. Then you put a handful of mozzarella and cheddar cheese, grated
Mhm.
in each one, and then put a sliced pickle in each one, and
Really?
then bake it. Your cheese gets like a crisp,
Mhm.
and then the bacon I would put a piece of bacon on it too. I mean, put bacon on everything.
That's what I was telling you. Put a Frito and some mustard on it, and it's gonna taste quite
Yeah.
delicious.
It says,
Oh, that does
place
sound
2
good.
tablespoons of shredded cheese in the bottom of each muffin tin. Top with 1 to 2 slices of dill pickle. Cover the pickle or pickles with 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese. For thinner chips, use 1. So they get together. So when they dry and take out, it's like a chip with
Yeah,
a
I
dill
was just
pickle
gonna
in the
say,
middle.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
Huh,
gonna try
that's
those too.
interesting.
And then you can eat them with ranch or whatever your favorite thing is.
Well, on that note, with all this food, we did-
It's
I didn't want
lunchtime.
I know,
I know.
making us hungry again.
Mm.
Next week we observe congenial heart defects awareness week. It's also marriage week, but I don't know if I'm redeeming the
Us.
bacon.
Yeah, I know.
Just-
Speaking of
I'm
bacon,
saving my stuff because I had American Heart Month, and after we just read that off, I'm like, well, that doesn't pertain to any of
no,
this.
because we're going to cover that next
Yeah, we're
week.
gonna cover it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good
I'm
time
gonna look up because they have the full body scans right now for cardio,
Mhm.
and they're offering one in Zilla. I'm gonna find out the information, and it's the full X-ray, and it's all of your veins, your arteries, and everything. And if you're a woman, I mean, men too, yes, but if you're a woman, we don't have those kind of alerts like the
No.
men do. So we're gonna go all over that next week. because it is Valentine. It is about the heart.
Yep, it is.
And we'll make sure you tune in next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your heart healthy.
Keep your heart healthy.
And how to stay active too.
Yeah.
So and those are great tips because not even just the senior center, but just being part of a group. If you're in a club or a group
It's
or
really
a
good.
fitness
Yes.
facility, it's good to get out.
And another thing we'll go over next week, because I know a lot of people suffer from this, I do myself, is neuropathy in our hands or feet. I've got a couple of tips, and I was going to do it today, but we're going to do that next week too, because that's something that I would like to have everybody involved with. So if you know of somebody that wants to know about your heart, and who doesn't, or somebody that you know or yourself has issues with neuropathy, tune in next week.
Yeah.
We're going to have some really good tips and information for you.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm done.
Yep, I am too.
So everybody have a great week.
And we will see you on February 8th.
Yep.
Bye, guys. Have a
Bye.
good weekend.
Thanks for watching Chat Face with the Harman Center Girls. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Like or share as well. Have a great day.